Any moment now.
Miss Fessenden, was that it?
Yes. Now wait.
And since no known natural phenomenon broadcasts Maxwell electromagnetic waves,
We must conclude that someone is using the signals to trigger volcanic activity in the Pacific Islands of Hawaii.
We must learn more of this immediately and connect with those responsible. Apparently, New London is not the only remaining technologically advanced civilization. We must find them, meet them, and establish diplomatic relations in the name of Her Majesty.
Module 8? I didn't order Ice Mod 8. What idiot ordered the Royal Passenger Module?
This idiot.
Of all the stupid imbecilic...
Please, Lady Sarah, do continue.
My apologies. I don't understand.
She does not understand, Your Majesty.
We are given to understand this is a diplomatic mission.
It should be, but...
Do you know of a British diplomat who outranks us?
Of course not, but...
We will have our security with us, and we will hear no more of it.
The danger...
Which part of hear no more are you having difficulty understanding, young lady?
Oh, come on, Sarah. Allow this old girl a little fun once in a while.
All set?
No, this is crazy. Old lady bones aren't tough enough.
If our bones are half as good as our hearing, Mr. Rowe, then there is naught to fear. Get on with it.
Begin launch.
Course to island of Hawaii, securing for regular run.
Thank you, Mr. Rowe. That was most exhilarating.
Exhilarating? We were that close to being a smear on ice.
That dame has ice in her veins.
Do not forget the preternatural hearing. And this dame is your sovereign. Good, you should remember that. What do we know about who is responsible for the signals and the seismic activity?
Well, it's highly unlikely to be the aliens.
How can you tell it isn't the Hyperboreans?
Explosions have a signature, like figuring out how big a rock is by measuring the ripples in a pond. The explosions are trinitrotoluene based.
Trinitral what?
TNT.
Nasty stuff.
But not Hyperborean.
That's good news.
Not a bad place. Give or take a lava flow. I really don't see what the danger is. What?
I think you should run.
From what? Oh, crap! I'm not going to talk. Unlike that, you won't get anything out of me.
Is that so?
Sending in a trollop to seduce me won't work either, so you might as well show yourself, Captain.
What? Not afraid of little old me?
Oh!
The name is Kirsten Wynn. Captain Kirsten Wynn.
Oh, crap. I get it. You win, I lose.
That's for making fun of my name.
We've gotten off to a bad start, haven't we? My name is Richard Rowe, pilot, HMS Ice Factor. My serial number is hard to remember.
I want to know why you're causing volcanic eruptions.
Huh?
Very articulate. What are you up to?
6'2" and Okay. We're not triggering these eruptions. Hit me all you want. It's the truth. We came to investigate. There were these electromagnetic signals followed by the blasts and then the eruptions.
I don't know anything about electromagnetic signals. I just know the eruptions are playing havoc with my home. Look out there. That used to be a thriving town of several thousand people. Now it is a wasteland.
This is usually where you hit me. And she leaves me here to die?
The thought had crossed my mind, but no. I don't think the eruptions are your fault.
Who then?
Take a wild guess, genius.
How do I get out of here then?
I can think of at least 3 ways just off the top of my head.
Attractive head.
What?
Off the top of your attractive head.
You are the world's worst flirt.
She wants me. Adios, Captain Cutie. Hey, thanks for the save.
You are welcome, Mr.
Richard Rowe.
My name is Thomas Edison. Perhaps you've heard of me.
A pleasure to meet America's greatest inventor.
The world's greatest inventor.
My people are loyal to a fault, Mr. Rowe.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm loyal to the British Crown.
Ah, so rumors of the continued existence of the British Empire are not unfounded. Good, good.
Which is why we are here, to establish, or rather re-establish, diplomatic relations.
I don't see you as a diplomat.
Oh?
You, sir, are a man of action.
True. The diplomat is Her Majesty Queen Victoria.
The second? Third?
The first.
Well, given how many centuries old I am, I gather you too have discovered our alien visitors' cryogenic technology. Good, good. Never really understood this British business of having a female leader. Trouble. All flighty and unreliable. Men were made to lead men, don't you think?
Welcome some of your countrymen, Sam. Thomas Edison, may I present?
Samuel Mark Twain Clemens. As I live and breathe.
Good to hear an American accent again. Even a Yankee one.
Please, won't you join us back at our base? We have much to discuss.
Indeed, we'd like to extend...
Why don't you bring that queen of yours along? Send the girl here back for her.
Let's just keep it us men for now, shall we? You know how things get once women start yammering. Sarah, you go back to look after the queen while we men do the important stuff.
Guardsmen, return to the ship and your regular, duties.
You mentioned a base. Is that where you've been triggering the eruptions using electromagnetic waves?
You detected that. Good, good. Come. I have someone you, in particular, Mr. Twain, Clemens, will be happy to see.
As long as it isn't one of my critics. I had hoped to outlive them all.
Not fond of them, are you?
It is the will of the Almighty that we must bear the burden of having critics, missionaries, politicians, and humorists.
Come. It gets mighty cold at night.
Oh. Nikola Tesla, my old friend.
Sam? A joy!
Richard, Nikola and I have been friends for years. I have invested in one or two of his inventions over the years, and once a doodad of his cured me of a terrible bout of constipation, the details of which I shall spare you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Still with the hand washing and the other...
Ticks. I call them ticks. Yes, the same old thing still. I consider my fears, phobias, and tics as a small price for an otherwise useful mind.
You have the greatest mind I've ever known.
We are a team here, Mr. Clemens. Come, let us eat and talk about how we may work together in the future.
Of all the conceited, arrogant...
One could assume that.
What else can I make of his sexist treatment?
Perhaps, just this once, Mr. Rowe knows something you do not.
The purpose of our detonations is to stimulate volcanic activity. If we generate enough carbon dioxide and heat in the atmosphere, we might halt this endless winter.
Friend Sam, would you mind getting that? My back.
Of course.
Naturally, there are risks, which is why we use remote detonation. Are you quite all right, Mr. Clemens?
Indeed. I was thinking of my time at a lovely hotel on the lip of a volcano here a lifetime ago.
Oh, not for the faint of heart.
No, indeed not, sir.
I heard something. Seal yourself in the main cabin. Try to get the Queen to join you.
Yeah, right.
So, we'll head off at first light and go back to the ship. See if Her Majesty is half the diplomat she claims to be.
Right. Good night.
Was it this civilized with Richard?
Do you know Richard?
Point taken. So, why am I here?
I wish to complain about the company you keep. And I don't, for the most part, mean Mr. Rowe.
The American scientists.
I thought you were with them.
Well, we are now, thanks to you.
My tactical error, your strategic error.
I'm listening.
Thank you again for your hospitality, Mr. Edison, the world's greatest inventor and host.
I'm sorry our vehicle has broken down. Otherwise, we'd have driven you back to your amazing ship. But as we Americans used to say, y'all come back here.
Sir, it's Mr. Tesla.
Let me guess. He is suddenly nowhere to be found?
How did you know?
How did your mother know mating with your father would be so disastrous for the gene pool? Tesla's run off with them.
Thankless swine.
And that's what your mother said right after your father was finished. Start the transport. We'll take the long way around, but still beat them to their ship. Tesla must not be lost to us. Your Majesty, please consider yourself under Queen Victor... Queen!
Since you have been so rude as to interrupt our breakfast, not to mention reducing our guards to slag, we see no reason to hurry.
You will.
You have kidnapped our person. Congratulations, you sniveling, backstabbing, bumbling boffin. If your skills at treachery were applicable to inventing, perhaps you would not have required 1,000 failed light bulb experiments.
Listen here.
We would really rather not.
We can't get into the beast's cabin.
Pity. I should have enjoyed tearing it apart to learn its secrets. But we have what we need for now. Patience.
This isn't good.
Really? Wow.
First air pirates, now double-crossing scientists.
The door I can patch until we get home, but I can't do anything with this mechanical mess here.
All the Queen's horses and all the Queen's men. Poor Humpty Reggie couldn't put them together again.
You are such a bore.
That's enough, both of you. The note demands a trade. Her Majesty for you, Mr. Tesla, or they kill the Queen.
I cannot let an innocent person die for me. Accept the trade.
But he'll retaliate against you.
Yes, but he can't be too harsh. He needs me too much. He won't admit it, but I'm smarter than Edison.
You don't have to do this. We can find another way.
A riskier way. Much riskier. You and this ship may be all humanity has working in its favor at the moment. Without the support of Queen, would its mission continue?
No, probably not. But there are more important reasons to save.
I hate losing.
Yes, Edison has won this battle, but he has not won the war for this sad, frozen little planet. Remember that.
And what about you? I hear you scuppered last night.
I was buying insurance.
Insurance? In the middle of nowhere? In the middle of the night? In the middle of a crisis?
I just hope the premiums are worth keeping up.
That, as they say in these situations, is far enough.
Fine. Is the Queen unhurt?
It appears we have a classic standoff. I want Mr. Tesla and his albeit minor talents, and you want the return of the unelected granddaughter of the man whose stupidity cost the British her American colonies.
Sounds like an even trade to me.
So here's how it will work. In exactly 10 minutes, Mr. Tesla and Queenie here will each start walking across this ice bridge.
Sounds reasonable.
Sounds like a trap.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it is.
So, my friend, we say goodbye once again.
And once again, I say, until we meet again. Zbogom, Sam Clemens. Your namesake, Reginald Fessenden, will be so proud to hear what his great-granddaughter is doing.
Will be? What? Wait!
But if they both walk across the bridge at the same speed, this won't work.
Our friend Mr. Tesla is more than just a passable inventor. He's also a massive collection of phobias. Chief amongst them are women, fat people, wrinkles, earrings, and hair.
I don't understand.
Of course you don't, you cretin. In a moment, he'll be forced to pass very close to Queen Victoria, a fat woman wearing earrings with long gray hair and tons of wrinkles.
You are woman.
We are told it is a common side effect of being queen.
I'm sorry, I have to get away.
gonna be a bumpy ride, your queenliness.
Your Majesty is quite sufficient.
Moron! Now look what you've done.
Arise, Dame Kirsten, win. And with these letters of mark and reprisal, we hereby appoint you as the first heir privateer in the service of Her Majesty, the United Kingdom, and the Commonwealth. You are commanded to attack, seize, and plunder all such vessels, land, sea, or airborne, as are deemed our enemies.
Well, Dame Captain Cutie, are you going to miss me?
You, a little. Until next time.